we're training to do.
Life is about warfare. Life is about warfare and nothing else. That's it and that's all. You understand?
I guess I gotta just get stronger.
Damn right. And that's what we do. We make sure that you're strong. I'll argue with everybody except my rib. You get what I'm saying? I don't even argue with her. I can remember the last time I argued, but I just don't have the patience to argue with her. I'd be like, bitch, shut up. And if she don't, I'll leave. You know what I'm saying? And argue later. And I leave because I know that really throws her through a loop. When I leave, she think I'm going, you know, see one of my baby mamas or something. I know it really messes with her mental. So that's how I win an argument with her. If you don't shut up, I'm going to leave. She shut straight up. You know what I'm saying? Her mind, she think I'm going to go get her rod away.
Go to the other rib that makes you happy.
Yeah, go. And that's what I tell her. A man is going to be where he's happy at. You ain't making me happy, I'm gone. And if you don't help me to have 20 and 30 ribs, then you got to, I told her, you don't want me to have multiple wives, you got to do the job of 10 ribs. And she does. I ain't even going to lie. My rib, listen, she hardcore. You know what I'm saying? I'll put her up against any rib. My rib hardcore. You know what I'm saying? Any brother that been in my house knows this. You know what I'm saying? She's hardcore. She gonna make sure niggas is eating. She gonna make sure niggas is drinking good. Listen, let me not have $1 in my pocket. Before I start, when I first came into this truth, I was hustling. I had a job just for a cover. I was hustling. She dealt with a lot. I gave all my drug money to the school. I heard Commander GEN.YAHANNA one day, he was like, send me your drug dealers. He said, I want them and all their drug money so I can build this goddamn nation. I said, you know what? Take all this shit. You know what I'm saying? I bought a house and get arrested, Commander GEN.YAHANNA. You understand? Straight up. That's all I could think to do. I felt like I owed my nation for all the wickedness I did, for all the bullcrap I did, for how messed up I was, man. I was messed up out here, man. You understand? I done done some wicked stuff, man, that I can't even say because we still streaming live. You get what I'm saying? One thing I will admit to on camera is drug dealing, because they can't do nothing about that. You get what I'm saying? But everything else, then they might pull out some old case files and start matching up 2 and 2. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. I was wicked out here, man. And I owe my people. I owe the Most High. I owe my goddamn self, man. Understand? I owe myself. And it ain't nothing wrong with you owing yourself. We owe ourselves, man.
I appreciate you, man. You teach me so much.
Listen, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for having the strength to sit in these classes, man. Because this ain't no easy walk. Niggas can be doing 1,000 things that you used to doing. Like me, before I start sitting in these classes the way that you doing, I was used to going home, smoking weed, and playing video games, waiting on my phone to ring to go sell another nigga some weed. You get what I'm saying? That's what I was doing. Listen, I've been through that struggle too. I've been through that struggle too. Listen, man, I remember when I first got out, man, I was locked up. I did about 6 months. You know what I'm saying? I was supposed to go to prison, but the Most High showed a nigga mercy, and it made me sit in the county for 6 months. You know what I'm saying? The judge, like the Most High, that's what I'm saying. The Most High chooses who he wants to use to prove a point to you in your life. You know what I'm saying? I had I want to say it was a devil judge. Now that I'm in the truth, it's kind of hard to tell because you can't go off of skin color. You got to go off of blood. But when I first seen the judge, it looked like a devil. But when I think about it now that I'm in the truth and understand how bloodline actually works, it was probably an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? Because he looked like he could have been like one of the other tribes. You know what I'm saying? And especially the spirit on the brother. You know what I'm saying? Especially the spirit on him. What'd you say? No, they do now. They didn't at first. They do now. And that's what we got to do, man. All them goddamn tribes, we got to show love. Listen, man, and I said this last time too. Don't nobody hate black people more than black people. When you look at all these tribes, you got to look at them all as black. What'd you say? Listen, don't nobody hate black people more than black people. And that's why we have to make sure that we show Ourselves mercy. Listen,
That's what they do.
that's exactly what they're doing. They try to do it to us all the goddamn time. But once more, life is about warfare. When you get that warfare set of mind all the goddamn time, they can never catch you.
That's why if I started dressing like I get more respect.
Listen, man,
like they gonna know this is who I am.
that's not the case at all. When you start serving the Most High,
Right.
that's when it happens.
I'm saying, like, if I'm walking out and I'm dressed like U.P.K. and like
Listen,
you see it,
the dress.
They gonna try to sell me drugs and stuff. They ain't gonna come up to me talking crazy doing all this stuff.
Listen, we dress UPK and niggas still try to sell us drugs,
Right.
or as if we sell them, because people are destroyed. It ain't even the way that you dress. It's the fact that our brothers and sisters are destroyed. Like we was downtown. It was me. It was Kevin Kaposh.
Man, y'all take a picture. This shit, I was dying. Kevin Kaposh was like this. And dude, I forgot his name with the colors and stuff. He was here. He was like the next slave owner.
Yeah.
I was like, dude.
Yeah. Hey, even down there, niggas see us and they just see black man standing in authority, and they not used to seeing nothing like it, so they trying to fill us out.
So that's even more questions.
They asking us if we sell drugs. And we like, nigga, don't nobody sell no filthy drugs. Then they start asking questions, and that's when we drop the truth on them. You know what I'm saying? Listen, it's all about standing with the Most High. Once you stand with the Most High, man, that's when everything that you want starts to fall in line. You get what I'm saying? It falls in line. And it comes with the way that you carry yourself. Like, I had somebody try to sell me some weed at a gas station. I'm pumping my gas. He like, man, I got that loud. I'm like, you got who? Like, I got that loud, man. On there. I said, man, niggas still smoke that bull crap? I said, but I didn't say bull crap. I said, man, that's 2020, nigga. Who still smokes in 2020? Niggas smoking rat poison, rat crap, pesticide. You niggas are smoking death, nigga. I can't believe, hey, this nigga, lame ass nigga said I want some loud. You hear this nigga? Like, I make fun of niggas like that. I make him feel bad. This nigga's a dope fiend, babe. Stay away from that nigga. You know what I'm saying? This nigga's a dope fiend. Dope fiend. Dope fiend. And that's why niggas wear dreads, and that's why niggas smoke weed. Because of that goddamn devil that was doing it. That wasn't a nigga that was doing that. That was a devil. Listen, smoking weed was my dream. You understand? Until I found out the truth. That was my parole retirement plan. To retire and smoke pot every day. That was my retirement plan. I had it lined up.
I'm stressed out. I mean, my boy, like, all my weed dealers hit me up with the most
Listen,
exotic stuff ever, but I ain't get it.
I was going to retire, smoke pot, and sleep with a lot of heathen women. That's what I was going to do. Because I've never had heathen women before. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? I came into the truth and found out that I will never have a heathen woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I will never have one. So, you know, my dreams was crushed too, but that's what happens when you serve the Most High. Damn right. That's what it's about.
I thought drinking was against too, but I read Jesus turned water to wine.
Damn right. Listen.
I got me a little bottle yesterday.
Listen, man, it's all about serving the Most High. The Most High ain't against drinking strong. He's against you becoming a drunkard. Now, if I was sitting up here drinking strong and I'm all in the seat like,
well, see,
you know what I'm saying?
I was 30 days ago, so I don't want to be. I don't want to just. I only been clean for 30 days. I need to give him more time. Like, I only took a little sip on it.
Listen, there ain't nothing wrong with that. That's what me and my brothers do. Like we used to drink real heavy until the man above us was like, I need to slow down on the drinking. So we said, kind of a kind. You know what I'm saying? We used to drink heavy all the time because we both come from a background where we was smoking pot every day. You know what I'm saying? Smoking pot every day. So here's the thing that you got to understand. You can't give up one crutch and then try to find another crutch. That's not how it happens. You get what I'm saying? That's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? In fact, the only time I drink is when I'm around my brothers. When I'm by myself, I don't drink. You know what I'm saying?
I tried to stop it for a long time.
Listen,
I prayed
that's what this is about. I prayed for it, and the Lord delivered me. I prayed to stop smoking weed, and the Lord made it happen. The weed made cigarettes and weed so goddamn nasty that I couldn't smoke it no more. Even after I didn't have the urge to do it, I tried it anyway, and it was the most gross, disgusting, filthiest thing in the world. You understand? Like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't. It was like the Lord just made it so goddamn revolting to me that I almost threw up. You get what I'm saying? Like, listen, that's where wisdom comes from. We just read it in 7:7. Ecclesiastes 7:7. Oppression makes a wise man mad. You understand? And if you wise, why? Because of the fear of the Lord. They say wisdom, the beginning of wisdom is fear of the Lord. When you fear the Lord, that means that you're starting to become wise. So for you to understand that now lets me know that you understand in these scriptures.
Sunlight went out 24 hours in Beijing. I'm scared. He hit lightning.
Listen,
hit people lightning bolts 7 times. He was hit. Tearing Beijing up that whole day.
Listen, that's the Lord. That's the power of the Lord. And if we don't understand that and we keep playing crazy, keep trying to be Christians, the same shit gonna happen to us.
Shivering in my boots. Every time it rains, I put these on track.
Where we at on the scriptures? We back running on Facebook and shit? We good. I know how to talk the whole class away, Salaki.
I know I do that, my bad.
No, you good, man. That's what I like. I like the conversations, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody teach different, man. You know what I'm saying? I know I should get back on the scriptures. We good on the YouTube and Facebook and all that?
Come on.
Let's get some more on the scriptures. We got to make it through this war at least.
I don't think that's happening. It's like,
yeah, I know, right?
One person in every neighborhood that gets saved. That's a shame.
Book of 1 Samuel, chapter 17 and verse 49.
Go ahead.
And David put his hand in his bag and took thence a stone and slang it and smote the Philistine in his forehead, that the stone sunk into his forehead, and he fell upon his face to the earth.
That's so goddamn hardcore right there.
right.
I mean, I don't know what else to say. This nigga had a sword, a spear, a shield, a helmet, armor, chainmail, and still, and listen, he had all this high-tech weaponry compared to King David, and he went down with a rock.
Right.
Hey, it's funny because King David went to the river and got the 5 smoothest stones he could find. The reason the stones were so smooth is because they'd been in the river forever and the water was washing over them for years and years and years. It made them smooth. So I could just imagine the size of them stones. It was probably the size of this right here, just nice and smooth. When he aerodynamically made just to slap this devil in the head and this heathen in the head and smooth into his brain. You understand?
Right.
Because that's exactly what he did. Keep going.
That's like,
Go ahead.
can we got another account from this
Damn
American
right.
Indian?
Damn right. Most High in Christ.
You know what I'm saying? Just to show how King David was a gangster back then, choosing the smoothest stones that he knew could slay his opponent.
Right.
And I wanted to bring out an example of how it is the Gadites were so, just tactitious in everything that it is that they did in order to outsmart the white man.
Right.
Who at the time, I mean, shoot, all these different generals Gad was going against, like these men were raised to be military leaders,
Right.
raised to be the best
Since
tacticians.
just like Goliath.
Come.
Damn right.
Same, this is from the Indian Wars, page 101, in Tecumseh's War.
Bring it up.
The War of 1812. And it's talking about the Battle of Brownstown.
1812, which is a hardcore point that you just brought out on the year, because that lets you know that, we was all still goddamn slaves.
Right.
Like, this is at the peak of slavery. This is, niggas was still being lynched. Niggas didn't stop getting lynched at like the I can't say that because niggas is being lynched in 2020.
Right.
Go ahead.
I was saying, Sluggy, that was also a heavy point you brought out, because Tecumseh, what it is he's about to do, he was doing this in order to earn the favor of the British, of the white man,
Right.
showing you that no matter how much leadership skills this brother had, no matter how many of our people he united, no matter how much of a military genius he was, he still depended on the white man. He was still a slave even back then.
Right.
But the Battle of Brownstown.
Tecumseh fearlessly set an ambush with only 24 warriors. He waited until the much larger U.S. force was fording a wide stream and sprung the ambush at incredibly close quarters. His 24 warriors killed 18 soldiers, wounded 12, and routed the entire force of 200 soldiers. The American troops were so terrified by the sudden hand-to-hand combat, war whoops, and casualties that more than 70 deserted in a chaotic stampede.
Most High Christ, clap that up, man. Clap that shit up, man. And that goes to show you, hold your point real quick. And that goes to show you something that's very important that we teach in I.S.U.P.K. from day one, and we will always teach. The Lord don't deal with numbers.
Right.
The Lord don't give a damn how big your army is, none of that. The Lord deals with his people.
Right.
His people in the spirit of righteousness. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I was going to say, the perfect example of that is the scripture above, verse 49, where King David ran the entire army of the Philistines.
Right. Damn right. He don't give a damn about how deep they are. Some you want to bring out, soldier?
I just wanted to bring out something I learned a couple of days ago that mentioned niggas was just, if they just made it not the law in 2005.
Say that again.
They just made lynching not legal in 2005.
That sounds about right. You said Commander GEN.YAHANNA brought that out?
No, I was watching this lady breaking down a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay.
I just got him to locate me on Facebook and stuff, so I can start watching.
Yeah, Most High Christ. Yeah, Commander GEN.YAHANNA, like I said, that's the leader of Israel, so everything that he drops is heavy. You understand? Listen, you will, man. And when you meet him, he's going to embrace you like he knew you his whole life. Yeah, I met him. I met him a couple times, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to realize this nation is so goddamn big, you know what I'm saying? This nation's so big. Like, when I first came into the UPK, everybody knew everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody knew everybody. Commander GEN.YAHANNA knew every man up under him for the simple fact that it wasn't that big. And just in a couple of years I've been here,
It's huge, man.
like we've grown so big that, listen, every time I'm on Facebook, I see another brother getting rose up, a new troop or somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like this is truly our army now. This is truly our army. This is truly the army of the Lord. You understand? Like we've grown beyond. I don't even think. I'm pretty sure there's somebody that got the exact numbers. I'm pretty sure, but I'm not even sure if that's the exact number because there's so many goddamn people. You know what I'm saying? So many people now, man. So like when you meet Commander GEN.YAHANNA, like I said, he just embraces you with nothing but love, man. You know what I'm saying? And he don't make you feel no kind of way. He don't make you feel like I rule over you. You should listen to me. He embraces you like a goddamn brother, like a father, like nothing but love, nothing but love. All the generals, nothing but love oozes out from their goddamn pores, man. You understand? I remember the first general that I ever met was General Q. I didn't even know he was a general, and he didn't do nothing but show me that most absolute love and brotherhood. General Q and Captain Isupk, like when I first met them brothers, I knew this was it for me. I said, man, them brothers made sure I was taken care of, made sure I ate good, made sure I slept good, made sure I was the safest nigga in all of Israel. You understand?
Right.
Like man, that's what it's like to meet a higher ranking man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be Lord. I can't wait for you to go, man. It's like when you meet them, when you go to another city and you just feel the brotherhood and They go, Shalom, Shanae, how you doing? Glad you came. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was with me. Like me, I thought I was a nobody, man. I went to the Passover. I had brothers coming up to me, man, just greeting me like, man, I've been wanting to meet you. I seen you on YouTube. I seen you on Facebook. I'm like, you see me? Nigga, you sure? You sure you talk about me? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the love and the brotherhood, man, that this school has for each other. You know what I'm saying? That all the brothers have, man. It's nothing like it. Like you said, you feel like you was at home? How the cameras looking, soldier?
No, that's well.
Okay. I'm sorry, Chris.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, okay. I thought it was something outside. We was about to have to take ground. So lucky. So they picked a day to try?
Right.
Why? No, I'm so lucky. But yeah, it was nothing but brotherhood, man.
So we're about to run out the back door to the corridor.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't bring that in here.
Nah, we don't need that. We're going to whoop their head. So lucky. Let's get some more on these scriptures, man. Let's try to finish this up.
Come on.
Verse 50. So David prevailed over the Philistine with a sling and with a stone.
Lord don't give a damn. Listen, let me tell you something. That's one thing that we let people know off top when you come into the I.S.U.P.K. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
Right.
It don't matter how many guns you got, what kind of bullets you got. None of that crap matters. What matters is if the Lord is with you. If the Lord is with you, you can win a war with a goddamn slingshot and a smooth stone like David did. David didn't have the most sophisticated high-tech weapons. He had a goddamn sling and a stone and bashed his brains out with it. Keep going.
And smote the Philistine and slew him. But there was no sword in the hand of David. Verse 51. Therefore David ran and stood upon the Philistine and took his sword and drew it out of the sheath thereof and slew him and cut off his head therewith.
You ever see a great sword? A great sword, you know what a great sword is?
Go.
Like, it's a big old huge sword that you need two hands to wield. I'm guessing that's what David had to use. It was a great sword to David, but to Goliath, it was just a regular sword. You know what I'm saying?
Final Fantasy sword.
Yeah. Final Fantasy, that cloud sword. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what he had. Chopped his head off with it. Wham! Slapped him with his own stuff. Listen, can you imagine that? In today's terms, it's like getting shot with your own gun. Somebody slap you with a brick, you fall, pass out, damn near dead. Somebody run over there, take your gun out your holster, and then shoot you with it. Shit don't even sound believable, does it? You're like, man, ain't nobody about to do me like that. That's what happened to Goliath.
Right.
That's what David did to Goliath. You understand? Slew him with his own goddamn sword, man. That's so hard. Listen, if the Lord ain't with you, then who is? You understand?
Right.
The Lord has to be with you in order for you to do some stuff like that. Straight up. That's the only way around it. There's no other way to explain it, no other way to chop it up. If the Lord is not with you, you can't do nothing like that. He smacked him in the head with one stone. Bayou! He dropped, fell face first. You understand? Dead. Then he went over there and chopped his goddamn head off anyway. Let me tell you something, man. I can't wait to do that in the kingdom. I've just thought of something. When the Most High in Christ returns, that's going to be a game for us. It's going to be called the Goliath, where you just have heathens lined up and you just take a stone in a sling and smack them in the head with it. And once they drop, you just grab a sword and chop their head off. The first person to 3 heads chopped off win. Which niggas gonna be playing on my plantation, so lock it. Let's get some more of the scriptures. When the Most High in Christ return, I just want to make that clear.
Right.
And when the Philistines saw their champion was dead,
He was who?
Saw their champion was dead.
This nigga dead. You understand?
They fled.
Listen, all that bravado was out the window.
All right.
All that tough talk was out the window. This dude dropped and they cut out. It's time to go. It's Time to go. You understand? Hey, who's gonna fight for us now? Keep going.
Oh, it's like
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that's just like with the Gaddite brothers with the 24 men that routed an entire force of 200.
Right.
You understand? Causing 70 of their soldiers to completely leave the
Hey,
army.
look, they done.
Yeah.
They done. Hey, look, you didn't tell us they was scalping niggas.
Right.
You didn't tell us they was taking off heads. I didn't sign up for this. I mean, let me tell you something. That is a hardcore point that you just brought out. The fact of the matter is this: the white man is a coward.
Right.
If he doesn't have the numbers and the weaponry or feel like he can win, he will show his true colors and be a goddamn coward and run.
Right.
You understand? He will be a goddamn coward and run. Point blank, period.
I got a giant because that's not normal, brother.
Listen, that is of the Most High. That's what happens when you serve the Most High, man. When you serve the Most High, you can slay any giant. Let me tell you something. I.S.U.P.K, we are giant slayers. That's what we do. We have slayed Christianity, which is a giant on planet Earth. Christianity is a giant on planet Earth. These Christian pastors are giants into to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians who have Stockholm syndrome. They are giants. You understand? And we slay them every goddamn day. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
It's like I was gonna add, when it says giant, it's not meaning someone towering all the way up in the sky.
It's
like Cap put it, back then the Philistines, they was like 13 feet tall.
Yeah,
but Goliath, he was like 16, 17.
Yeah, he was like 15 feet or better.
Right.
So yeah, he was big. But see, we don't use that word because that word exactly. It's not in the Bible. You get what I'm saying? But I get what you're saying. But that's a conversation for off the camera. You get what I'm saying? Because we don't use anything that we can't prove with scripture. That word is not in the Bible. You get what I'm saying? It's not in the Bible. That's
well, I don't know what else the problem there with
giants. That's what we call them, giants. That's what it was called. Go ahead.
I was say, it's like if I could, I would say we say giants because should you see someone 16 feet tall nowadays? You're gonna think that's a giant. You see basketball players.
Shaq was considered a giant.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? 7'2", fucking damn near 400 pounds.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was considered a giant.
So imagine 16 feet, 15 feet.
Right.
13 at that. And that was the shorter people.
Right. Yeah, that was the little niggas.
Yeah.
When I went to school, I got the biggest person people leave you alone for a while.
Listen, that was a goddamn rumor. You understand? I had to experience that. You understand? Everybody, like what you're saying, that's funny because that's funny because that's how everybody really thought. And so, like, when you wanted to establish your reputation in school, you find the biggest nigga and you beat him up. Where do you think that came from? It came from the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like back when I was in school, I was considered a giant. You know what I'm saying? People thought I was, look how big he is. But nowadays, I would be considered a little nigga compared to these kids nowadays. Right. I see 13-year-olds and 14-year-olds. These niggas is 6'7", 6'8". You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. Listen. People thought I was a giant, and then they figured out that I was just as fast as them, and I hit way harder than they talked.
I don't like them big dudes that can move fast, man.
Listen,
get away from me, bro.
That was me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was a bred athlete. I know it's kind of hard to, look at me and be like, nah, I don't believe it. But that's okay. I actually found the old school picture of me in the world, man. The only reason I ain't posted it is because we can't post stuff with our shirts off. You know what I'm saying? That's unlawful. But I found one. I was looking at that picture like, damn, man, I was a monster. I had muscles on muscles. Used to do laundry on my 6-pack and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was ripped. You understand? I was ripped. I will show you the picture, but it's unlawful. You understand? I'm trying to find one with my clothes on because I was a Mr. Universe posing nigga back in them days. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead.
I be finding out everything is unlawful. I be doing stuff and don't even know it.
Well, we go over it to, when class over it, but that's going to be a lot of stuff you're going to find in Leviticus. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be a lot of laws in there. Go ahead.
It's like I was going to say also, while watching the law classes,
Right. Yeah,
not
right.
only from all the different camps in the school, but as well as just the I.S.U.P.K online classes.
Right, and I'm glad you brought that up. Damn, never mind. I don't have a law class. That would be Officer Pathazar. I was about to say I'm going to do a law class on the basic laws.
I didn't know that. Like, it's been on my heart.
Yeah, it's unlawful to show your body to nobody's supposed to see your body but your rib. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know it until I came into the truth either. You know what I'm saying? I was one of them niggas, you know what I'm saying, walk around with my shirt off, flexing. Like we can't even wear tank tops. Like wife beaters, we can't even wear them. You know what I'm saying? Having all this exposed and all that, that's unlawful. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, it was, but like that's
in my job, it's like with the hottest. I'm putting that job because it was hot, so I wear a tank top and some shorts.
Yeah, trust me, I know. Listen, at my slavery, when I was slaving, like shit, working for the white man in them factories and stuff like that, be hotter than hell in there. I go in that thing, damn near booty naked. You understand? Straight up. But once I found out the truth, I just suffered through it. You understand? Because you know what I'm saying? You can't pick and choose what commandments to follow. You gotta follow them all. In fact, it's so deep about, you know what I'm saying, the nakedness. That's how Ham ended up getting screwed over, because he saw his father's nakedness and made fun of his father. You get what I'm saying? Made fun of his father. We ain't supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying? Making fun of people nakedness. You know what I'm saying? You ain't supposed to do that. In fact, you're supposed to cover them up. Supposed to cover them up so their nakedness ain't seen. You know what I'm saying? But Salaki, let's get some more on these scriptures before we get to be reading the same shit next week. I'm trying not to do that.
Come. Verse 51. Therefore David ran. Salaki.
Go ahead.
Oh, come. And stood upon the Philistine, and took his sword, and drew it out of the sheath thereof, and slew him, and cut off his head therewith. And when the Philistines saw their champion was dead, they fled.
Damn right. Keep going.
Verse 52. And the men of Israel and of Judah arose.
It's funny. When I read this part right here, I always laugh. As I say, because it says, in the man of Israel and Judah. Like, we part of Israel too. Why you got to isolate us out? Go ahead.
It's like that's just like all the other tribes trying to isolate themselves out of being the nation of Israel.
Right.
Like, Issachar does it heavy. Gad does it heavy.
Right.
Manasseh, Reuben.
Right.
Shoot, even I was gonna say Judah, but they claim only Judites are Israel. You know what I mean?
In them fake groups.
Yeah, but yeah, those not in the truth, they heavily push, not
their
being
own tribe.
Con.
Right. You're absolutely right. But a lot of people don't realize, like, when you see scriptures like this, the reason why they do that is because Judah is really the leadership class.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the reason why is because of why? You know?
I don't know, but I was thinking all the other tribes come to Judah and they really need some help.
No, yeah, that's true. But there's one specific reason. One person made it that way. Who's the king of Israel? Damn right. You understand? Yahweh. He was from the tribe of Judah. You understand? So when you see it like that, that's the main reason, because Christ was from the tribe of Judah. You understand? But just because Christ is from the tribe of Judah doesn't mean, and Judah is considered the rulership class or the rulership tribe, doesn't mean that that's all that can happen. Proof of that is in what scripture? Deuteronomy. Where thou shalt not put a king above you who is not from amongst your brethren. I'm paraphrasing here. I believe that's Deuteronomy 17 and 15. Let's see real quick. Deuteronomy, I think it's Deuteronomy 17 and 15. Let's pull it and see if that's it. Let me know when you got it, Bungad.
Come.
Is that it?
What'd you say it was?
17 and 15.
Boy, he's on point, Arwan.
Damn, that was it?
Yeah.
Oh, Christ, let's get it.
I'm going to right now.
Deuteronomy 17 and 15. And this is how you can prove that any one of the 12 tribes can rule over Israel.
So you have done the Deuteronomy King? Is that what you're telling me?
Listen, I learned it from you. Let's get it.
Come.
17 and 15.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 17 and verse 15. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose.
Keep going.
One from among thy brethren.
One from where?
From among thy brethren.
When it says one from among thy brethren, what does it mean?
From among thy nation.
Damn right. Any one of the 12 tribes, any one of these blacks, Hispanics, or Native Indians can rule over Israel. Like right now, Commander GEN.YAHANNA rules over Israel. Until the Most High and Christ return, Commander GEN.YAHANNA for, like, I know they get mad when I say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. If we was to go by like how we read it now and how we live now, he would be king of Israel.
Right.
You understand? He is the one who rules over us. And I know you don't know this, so Bangad, what tribe is he from?
Benjamin, right?
Benjamin. You understand? He's a Benjamite. He's an Indian, West Indian.
What would make him rule over us?
Because the Lord chose him. How do you know the Lord chose him?
Did he start U.P.K?
Nah, he's the one that brought the UPK to niggas like us. You hear what I'm saying? He's the one that brought this truth to us. You tell, like the scriptures say,
If it wasn't from him, I wouldn't be there.
Right.
At U.P.K.
Right. That's how you know he's the one the Lord chose. Because niggas been Christians since the 5th century. Since the 5th century. But we never had an identity. We never knew who we was. Since the 5th
I
century.
honestly feel like it's the truth.
It is.
So,
This is the truth.
That's
That's how you know he's the one the Lord chose. Because he held on to this truth. He was taught by a man greater than him. And then he became the man that was great. And then brought in other soldiers to spread this truth. And kept putting in his brick. Like I always say this, man. It's funny, but it's the truth. Had I been the only nigga with the truth, you niggas would have been hit. I was like, I don't know why these niggas don't know they're Israel. Because listen, the sacrifice and the work that he had to do, anybody can't do that. Everybody's not built for that. Everybody's not bred for that, man. When you hear the stories about sleeping on the basement floor, when, you know what I'm saying, the hungry nights and the suffering and the pain, the turmoil, the backstabbing, the niggas turning Judas and all the wickedness, niggas stealing the tithes money and all this other wicked stuff that went on. When you hear them stories and you see where it is now, you have to understand that the Lord was truly with him.
The world is sold out. You understand? I went to everybody and they all sold out.
Right.
Everybody.
Listen, Commander GEN.YAHANNA could have been living like a king. The FBI came to him with millions of dollars,
Surely they had to.
trying to get him to trying to get him to trade on what he's doing for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. But he didn't do it for his integrity. Why did he do it? He did it for your integrity. He didn't trade, not for him. He could have used the money. I'm pretty sure he could have.
You could have opened up schools for money and start teaching cross work.
Yeah, exactly. He could have been TD Jakes. He could have been TD Jakes, Creflo Dollar. He could have did that with no problem. But he didn't do it for his integrity. He did it for the integrity of the Most High and for every black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man, woman, and child up under him. That's why he did it. He didn't compromise for us. So we can sit here right now and we can be strong right now. And we can look at him and see how he didn't compromise and be damned if a nigga think that we're going to compromise. And be damned if a nigga think that we're gonna trade for some goddamn dollars. A couple of dollars. Listen, if you will sell your integrity for a couple of dollars, then you'll do anything for a couple of dollars. I tell people that all the time. If you sell out for a little bit of money, you put a rod in your mouth for a little bit of money. You take a rod up the butt for a little bit of money. Listen, that's exactly what they'll do. For a little bit of money, I got $200 for you. Put this rod in your mouth. You almost said that word, you homo. And they will do it.
They gotta go to that.
Listen, that's what they are. Damn right.
You gotta go to Union Grove, the Pandora parties, and all this stuff.
Listen.
You gotta participate in
Listen, orgy ball. Orgy Mike. That's what Martin Luther King did. Michael King. Orgy Mike.
Men and women, all types of stuff. Martin Luther King did.
Orgy Mike.
That's all I know is meant for the truth, because I know so much.
Damn right. Listen, this is the home of the truth. Wasn't nobody speaking against Martin Luther King but the I.S.U.P.K.
I was been speaking like this before I got here. That's why I knew it was my home.
Damn right. Listen, Most High Christ. I didn't know none of this, but I knew the truth when I heard it.
The biggest conspiracy theorist, you know. I know everything.
Listen, I was big on that Illuminati stuff, and I was big on, following the so-called alien races. Remember we was talking about that? Like I was telling you, I was big on that, following the blue book, all that. I mean, Moderata seen my little library, you know what I'm saying? I got, like you was talking about the Nephilim and all that, I got the books on it. UFO highways and all that stuff. Like I was big on that. The Bob Lazaruses of the world, and the what's that devil name? The one that did Ancient Aliens. He made a book called that before they actually had a show. You get what I'm saying? They used to come on the History Channel. Eric Von Dutch, that's his name. I read all his books, studied all that stuff. I was MUFON, you know what I'm saying? All that crap. I was on all of it. You know what I'm saying? That's what made me come into the truth.
Me too.
Because all them questions that I had that they couldn't answer, I brought here and they could answer. They explained all of it to me. And then at the end of it, here's what they told me. And now that you know all of that, how is any of that going to save black people? It ain't. We worry about all that once we get us together. Once we get us together, we worry about all that then.
I'm curious because I can't watch nothing without seeing everything, so I just
I get what you're saying. But like I told you, you can go back to that. But the main focus that you need to do right now is to learn this Bible. Learn Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian history. That's what the Bible is. Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian history. You learn this at the back of your hand, and then you can become like Captain Tazariak, like Captain Katazar, like these other brothers, because they go out and they slaughter all of them other people. Like Captain Tazariak is called the Kemet Killer, because everything about the Egyptology and stuff, he's an expert in. I used to follow it too.
Everything.
I never had the
I was meditating for hours.
I never had the but I was big on that Nephilim shit, which is Egyptology. You know what I'm saying? He slaughtered all of that. He's destroyed all of that. From the Nephilim to the laws of I.S.U.P.K to the big head genius, whatever his name is, the Tubu or whatever the hell. He even slaughtered the Black Panther, the Wakanda Forever. I mean, well, you name it. Anything they got to do with Egypt, he's crapped on 1,000 times. I don't even think he uses toilet paper at this point. He uses whatever they have. You know what I'm saying? He's crapped on it 1,000 times because he understands this Bible and he can slaughter anything and everything according to these scriptures. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think he pulls his precept book anymore. He is a precept book. You know what I'm saying? He knows all the scriptures off the top of his head, and his right-hand man, Katazar, does the same. He pulls it right off the top of their goddamn head. These is hardcore priests and prophets. You know what I'm saying? Once you come in this truth, man, and learn this truth and understand, you pretty much look around and you know who the next generals are. When the generals decide to retire and ride off into the sunset, you look at the Cap Marquaz and the Meshaks and the Katazars of the world, and you be like, yeah, them is the next niggas up. You know what I'm saying? And you look at them like they the next niggas up, and you know what I'm saying? And I just want to be a shadow of what them niggas are. a shadow, and I would be satisfied. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many mighty men in this truth, man. Like so many mighty men that brothers don't know about. You get what I'm saying? Because we got so many mighty men. It's just, man, like, take your pick. Pick a city, from the UK to Brazil to Canada to Philly to you name it. It's mighty men everywhere, man. And you pretty much know who the next up is. You see the Captain Akaz and the Captain Tom Wars of the world. You're like, man, like niggas like us, we got a long.
Got enough time to
Long,
be a general.
yeah, exactly. Listen, exactly.
I don't even know if I got enough time to finish my school year.
Listen, that's me. That's how I be thinking too.
Like, well, I have enough
Listen,
time, man.
like I said, I'm happy at where I'm at now. I'm listen. I
don't
still
want a little bitty crowd.
listen. Listen, nah, it ain't.
Too long to come
Listen,
here, man. That's
listen,
how we feel.
nah, not at all. Because here's where I'm gonna shine at. When the Most High Christ really does return, when He do come down, I'm gonna shine on the battlefield.
That's how I think about it. You may be a king and that's I think long man. I be thinking about what been experienced.
Listen. You gonna get that glory. You get what I'm saying? Because this is something else that we teach. The best troopers are the best officers. The best officers are the best captains. The best captains are the best generals. So you just be good at what you do now, and that's how you gonna shine. You get what I'm saying? Like I tell people like this, I didn't become an officer because I was the precept king and I was the greatest teacher. That's not how I became an officer. I became an officer by hard work. The best ability is what? Availability. I'm here.
I feel like I ain't
You know what I'm saying? I'm here. I'm always willing to put in the work, and that's what it's about. Like I may not be the precept king, but I know me and my squad, we can work with the best of them. We can outwork some brothers. You know what I'm saying? Them Christians, we outwork Christians, Muslims, you name it, we outwork them. We gonna continue to outwork them. We gonna work. We are bred for this. You understand? What needs to be done, we're gonna do. We go to other cities and we at their disposal. What do you need, sir? Kind of what kind? We go to New York for the Passover. We drive around that city like we from there. We don't know New York. But we everywhere. Whatever needs to be done, we there. We in a van, we riding. We don't know how to get around New York, but we going because we workhorses. That's, you know what I'm saying? Each brother got their own skill set. That's our skill set. We work hard. You get what I'm saying? And that's what you need to focus on. Working hard, putting in that brick, you're going to get that crown.
I do work together. I can feel every day, and I feel like I'm not working hard enough.
Listen, I'm going to tell you, coming from the generals, that's what it is.
I know.
Listen, that's just what it is. But the reality of it is, man, that's what needs, that with your mindset and how you thinking, was truly needed to make this nation successful. Because that's what me and my brother talk about. Bangad right here, man, when we be sitting around kicking it and talking, we always talk about like how we not working hard enough. Like we not working hard enough. And we be trying to come up and brainstorm 1,000 ideas to where we can work hard enough and we can actually see the fruits of our goddamn labors. Because the scriptures say this, you can tell a tree by the fruit it bears. You know what I'm saying? Which is a metaphor. That's how you know the I.S.U.P.K is the home of the truth. Because look at the fruit it bears, man. We got schools everywhere. Like I said, it'd be easier for me to name where we don't have schools at. The moon, Jupiter, Mars, Pluto, you know, them planets. But everything else here on Earth, we got planets. Listen, if they was to find the lost city of Atlantis, we would set up a school there. We would have a school there. And I can tell you who would have the first class teaching there. It'd be Officer Abban. Salaki, sir. If you somehow see this, Salaki, sir. It'd be Officer Abban.
They're gonna be in the promised land preaching because they're teaching people who kind of lost behind. I don't want to be lost behind people trying to catch up.
Listen, no, it ain't about that though, because the Lord brings brothers and sisters into this truth when He sees them fit, when He believes them ready. because I wanted to be in this shit as a young man. I see soldiers that was in this shit as teenagers, and I'm like, why come I didn't know about the truth to a teenager? But that's not up to me. That's up to the Lord. The key thing is this. The important thing is this. You have it now. You know the truth now. Now what are you going to do with it? Now what are you going to do with it? Okay, you know you're a Hebrew Israelite. You know the I.S.U.P.K is the home of the truth. Now the next question is this. Now what are you going to do about it? It ain't enough to know. Like I told you, what you're doing now, how you show up, all that's excellent. Excellent work. You get what I'm saying? This Wednesday, make sure you report. Make sure you call my phone, text my phone, however. Make sure you get that report in. You know what I'm saying? Get that report in. As soon as you wake up in the morning, Shalom, Lord Christ, sir, I'm good. Everything's good. Nothing major. If it's something you feel I should know, let me know. So that way we can send it up the chain and we can get you whatever you need, counsel, whatever the fact is, because we take care of our own. You understand? We don't need the white man for nothing. We take care of our own. That's how you raise a nation. The Chinese man don't go to the white man for help. The Korean man don't go to the white man for help. Listen, listen. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You're going to learn how to deal with that as you grow in this truth. You get what I'm saying? You're going to learn how to deal with that as you grow in this truth. But the main thing that you need to be focused on right now is raising yourself up, getting yourself strong. And then you will know how to deal with the rest of everybody else. You will know how to deal with your family. You will know how to deal with people in the world. Because let me tell you something. This truth, it sucks to say this, but it's the absolute truth because this is the home of the truth. But this truth ain't for everybody. Right. But here's the key thing. This ain't for everybody. Some people have heard this calling. Some people have known this is the home of the truth and still won't come into it. But listen, and little do they know, they can find whatever excuse that they want to find. But at the end of the day, it's because the Lord doesn't want them here. And there's nothing wrong with that because me personally, I don't want a goddamn traitor sitting in my class. I don't want a traitor sitting next to my goddamn brothers. I don't want that nigga that knows he's a goddamn traitor sitting next to you. I don't want him sitting there. I'm going to have to kill him and his whole goddamn family. Salakia. You get what I'm saying? But that's what I'm going to have to do. If I have to choose between him and you, and he's a traitor, it's not a hard choice. It's not. In fact, there's a story about that where I can't think of the brother's name right now, but that'll probably be a good class for another time. But damn, help me out, my guy. When a brother where they was conquering land and the Lord gave them specific orders, and he told them, you know what I'm saying, don't take nothing from this land. And the nigga ended up taking some garments and some money and hid it away. And we went out to war and lost the next war.
I don't remember the brother's name, but it was in the book of Joshua.
Book of Joshua? That's the brother name, Joshua.
No, Joshua didn't take it.
You sure it ain't Joshua?
No, it was just some brother in the nation that took it, and Joshua.
No, I know Joshua was the one ruling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Joshua was the one that had to do it. Joshua had to kill a whole goddamn family in order to preserve everybody else. He had to kill one of his own brothers because he broke the Most High's orders. It made us start losing, made us start dying, made us start suffering. So I don't want a traitor next to you. You understand? If he hears the calling and don't follow the calling, that's because the Most High saw fit. I'm not about to force him to hear it. I'm not about to force him to come to class. I'm not about to beg him to come to class. Please come to class, brother. We need you. We need you. Hell no. We don't need you. We don't need you. And like General Muhammad said, we don't want you. You know what I'm saying? He's a goddamn coward. Why do we need cowards?
You're not allowed to do that. Well, I don't want to go. But you know, I argued with my cousin. I call her Shameless. She came over and put on a show called Shameless. She had no shame in anything. She was trying to figure out why I don't like gays. I'm looking at it like this. She put on a gay show. I look at it as two men I'm like, I can't watch this, man. You put one of my places, my Bible set on everything. Like, I don't accept that. I don't accept none of that.
Damn right.
She didn't like it, but I'm like, I don't care. Then I broke everything down to her 2 hours. She was not out of her mouth, man.
Damn right.
But she was just lost. Completely lost. She was pregnant by Edomite.
Oh Lord. Well, listen, I'm gonna just tell you straight up, man. Them kids ain't got nothing to do with you. You got a nation to raise up. Them as heathens. They're gonna take on the culture of their father. You let them. But you got to raise up blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
I'm starting to understand that.
That's it. That's the mission. You understand? You ever seen Mission Impossible? Remember when they give you the thing? This is your mission. Should you choose to accept it? This is your mission. Should you choose to accept it? Is to serve the Most High in Christ and raise up blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians only. It don't matter if it's your cousin, your sister. Listen, I'm gonna be real. Salakia, my language. Salakia, Salakia, Salakia. I don't give a fuck if it was my daughter. Let my daughter get pregnant by a white boy. You think them kids would be at my house? Hell no.
I mean, she gets on bring them over there. I'm like, oh, no, not.
Listen, let my daughter get pregnant by a white boy. Do you think them kids will be at my house? You think I'm like, yeah, look at my grandkids?
The thing that's crazy.
God loves everybody.
You want to know what's crazy? I told her everything and showed her other scripture what he said about white. And she said, damn, they had no trust. I'm like, and I read her more scripture and I was like, no.
It is what it is, man.
So I don't know how she feels right now.
It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I felt bad because she's pregnant by you. Like,
and listen, you got to get that. You got to get that. You got to get that spirit out of you. Do they feel bad? Why the hell do you feel bad? They don't feel bad. They should be the ones feeling bad. They should be the ones ashamed. They should be the ones with the goddamn problem, not you. You know that you're serving the Most High, and you're trying to teach them. And if they don't want to learn, don't force it down their throats. F them. It's a lock. It is what it is. F them. But you got a mission to do. You have a mission to complete. If you hear the calling, follow the calling. Don't ignore it. Because I'm going to tell you this, and this is a scripture too, and I'm paraphrasing here, but the scriptures say this: it would be better if you didn't know the truth. It would be better if you didn't know the truth and continue to do what you do in the world than it does if you do know the truth and then go back to the world, because the punishment is going to be 100 times worse. Because you know the difference between right and wrong. You know the difference between good and evil. You know what Yahweh Shamashiach really came here for. You know what Yahweh really represents. You do, not them, but you do, because you the one with the truth. So if you got the truth and then you continue to do that bull crap that they doing, the punishment for you is going to be 10 times worse.
My mama said, she's like, boy, you done been through a lot. Now you come over here throwing out the deepest scriptures I ever heard. She's like, God didn't forgive. My mama listened. My inner family listened. My sisters, and they listen.
And that's what it's about, man. You save who you can, and you lead by example, man. But we about to wrap it up. Where we at on the scriptures, Mother? I know we didn't get through nothing, so lock you. No, you good, soldier. Listen, that's what I love, man. I love the fact that you talking, asking questions, we relating. This is how you build brotherhood. This is how you build brotherhood, man. The scriptures say, know them who you labor amongst. So if you're going to be putting in this brick with me and my brothers, then I got to know you. They got to know you. We got to know each other. And that's what it's about. So you don't have to apologize for talking. That's what I want. I want the questions. I want the talking. I want all of that. You know what I'm saying? That's how we build this nation, man. What I look like telling you to be quiet. No, I'm trying to read the scriptures. No, that ain't what I'm here for. This is a school. It's all about knowledge. I'm getting to know you. We're getting to know each other. We're getting to build this brotherhood and read these scriptures together, man. That's what it's about. So you ain't done nothing wrong. We're just going to have to pick it up next week. Listen, I will be teaching classes till Yahweh shall come back. Until he come back, I got plenty of time. You know what I'm saying? Till he come back, I got plenty of time. And then them class hours going to be replaced with hunting devils down hours. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Yeah, listen. And listen. And orders is going to be coming down from the very top, from Yahweh Shamashiach Commander Junior, to the generals, to the captains, to the officers, to the troopers. And so we gonna be getting orders. You know what I'm saying? On what to do and how to do it.
They don't even do that.
Go ahead, Bungad.
We're on verse 52.
All right, mark that for me and send it to me. And with that being said, that's the end of this class. And I'm gonna pass the class over to Priest and Officer Matarab and Guide, Officer of 1,000. Let's clap that up. Hold on, let me get the photo for you. We're gonna do the announcements, the Lord's Prayer.
How long you been in class to be officer of 1,000?
Man, I lost track at this point. I done lost track at this point. I came into the truth.
You 1,000 too?
Yeah, both of us is thousands. You know what I'm saying? I can't even remember how long I've been in this truth, but we usually count it by Passovers. So I'm like, what, 3 years old?
What he asked?
How long we've been in this truth to become an officer of 1,000? But it's really considered your works, though. You get rose up according to your works. You know what I'm saying? But this is Naptown, so it's hard to get rose up here. So it's a lucky cap if you're watching. It's hard to get rose up in Naptown, so I just want to put that out there. But it's all about the works because we're so small. We're so small. You know, Naptown is KKKville. This is where the Ku Klux Klan started at. This, like that shit in Django, it happened here. You know what I'm saying? This is where the niggas first said, we gonna kill these niggas, put a hood on your head so they don't see you. Like that happened here. You know what I'm saying? This is KKKville. But we talk after class. Let's get these announcements.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We're the I.S.U.P.K. Start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only.
Right.
They are here to shed themselves of the world.
Right. And with that being said, real quick, if I could, like that right there is an important rule. Don't ever, and this is for my brothers, you get what I'm saying? For my Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian brothers, don't ever sell yourself cheap. You know what I'm saying? At all. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is something that I teach my son. I let him know that you are the most valuable thing on the face of this planet. Number one, you're a young male Judite. You know what I'm saying? Number two, you are born and raised in this truth. Well, not born, but raised in this truth. And so don't think that a woman is something valuable and you're not. You know what I'm saying? Because I know brothers always look at their daughters, which is a righteous thing. You're supposed to look at your daughters like they're valuable. But us as men in these truth, as a man of the Lord, as priests and prophets of the Lord, as soldiers of the Lord, we are valuable also. So make sure a woman is worthy of you. You understand? All my soldiers, make sure a woman is worthy of you. Trust me, from personal experience, from dealing with bitches in the world, it's lucky. I only call them bitches because they are. Make sure that she is worthy of you. Do your time. Do your 6 months. Look at yourself like you're valuable. Like, is she worthy of you? Not are you worthy of her? You understand? Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. So do your time and make sure. Keep going.
If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister.
Right.
There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Book of Numbers, chapter 18 and verse 21. In the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 to 10, means tenth in the Hebrew, Ma'ashara, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, it's a free will offering for priests. It's not mandatory. whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations.
We have the feast of the blowing of the trumpets. This will be on the 17th. You are invited, mighty man. You understand? Bring what you can. We would like for brothers to bring a dish, but if you can't bring no food, bring some chips. Bring a pop. Bring a 2-liter. Just bring whatever you can. And if you can't bring nothing, bring your ass, man. Be here. Go ahead.
All of Israel.
What'd you say?
All of Israel.
Yeah, go ahead and say it loud.
Oh, come.
All of Israel's invited.
Yeah, I'm right. All of Israel. Every black, Hispanic, and Native Indian within the sound of my voice. You know what I'm saying? You are invited here. This is our high holy day. This is our feast day. It's called a high holy day because that's what the Lord called them. That's where holidays come from. They stem from high holy days. Every black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man, woman, and child is invited. We would like for y'all to bring something. Bring what you can. Like I said, a bag of chips, a cake, a pop, something, some strong, because my niggas like to drink strong. Yeah, no sweat. Whatever you can bring. And if you can't afford it, because we understand if you can't afford it, then just show up. Just bring yourself, man. Keep going.
If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and a war scarf.
So lucky, and if I could, that high holy day will be on the 17th of this month, Thursday. Right, this Thursday, right?
I'm not. I'm the 17th.
Yeah, the 17th. It will be on the 17th, which I believe is this Thursday coming up. Keep going.
That's it.
So do the Lord's Prayer, whatever prayer you want to do, we should have done.
What's prayer? What?
I want the Lord's Prayer, and whatever prayer you want to do, that we just should have done.
Come.
I march him, which means to stand. Wapanya with done, which means turn and face the east. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shimka. Yahweh. Malakwaka. Taba'ah. Ratazarika. Hayah. Aisha. Ba'aratiza. Kawa. Hayah. Bashamayim. Nathan. Lanawa. Lakam. Kal. Yawam. Wasalakanawa. Kawabawatanawa. Kasalakanawa. Kawabawatanawa. Wala'a. Dabayanawa. Banasaya 1. Abel. Hawashayanawa. Mayan. Right. Kaya. Laka. Amalakwa. Wa'ala. What the power. Lewalamyam. Aman. The Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it. The prayer for the blessings in the Hebrew. Baruch atah Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shai. Wam Yaka'ala. Wala'ayim. Matazab Yah. Alawap Yahanna. Ha'alawap Yah. Hazaranyam. Ha'kotazayanyam. Ha'kayayayam. Wa'akwatiyam. Yahweh. Ba'ashim Yahushai. The water Aman. The blessings in the English. Bless you, Yahweh. And Yahushai. And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yahanna. The generals. The captains. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it. Sir, which means to turn. We're going to give a curse salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Imagine Shabbat, Imagine Barak, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Brakta.
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Brakta.
So what you're going to say is Yahweh
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem
Hashem,
Yahushua
Yahushua,
Barak
Barak,
Atha,
Atah.
which means Lord or God bless you in the name of Christ. Yazamata, going to give a curse salute to the sisters watching online. Men of Israel, Imagine Shabbat, Imagine Barak, Yahweh Shema Ba'ashem Yahushua. What you're going to say is Yahweh
Yahweh,
Shemar
Shemar,
Al-Atha
Alatah,
Ba'ashem
Bashem,
Yahushua,
Yahushua.
which means Lord or God watch over you in the name of Christ. Yazamata, class dismissed.
That's right. Yeah. You killed some birds, soldier. You know what I'm saying? You can see you starting to get the Hebrew down packed.